I am back to do another brand review, and this one comes from Leah Michelle, and she is asking me to do a review on Auroma. Auroma. So let's take a peek and see what's up. Alrighty. Here we go. Let's take a peek in their shop and see what kind of essential oils they have. Let's look at essential oil. Looks like they have some singles here. And if you guys have seen any of my other brand reviews, you know how much I love clicking on bergamot. So it looks like they have several bergamot options. They have non-phototoxic, and it looks like perhaps, I don't know what MPT is, so let's go ahead and see what NPT is. Maybe that means not phototoxic, don't know. Not sure why this is so expensive. Okay, they are saying it's phototoxic, so that's great that they have that warning. That's what I like to see. Let me zoom in. That way you guys on mobile can see a little bit better, because you don't have a very big screen. Non-phototoxic. I don't know what that symbol means. That caution symbol, I'm not sure why. Maybe that's because it's phototoxic. Could be why. Let's click on this one. It says non-phototoxic, so let's just see what it says in here. Yeah, all essential oils are flammable. Any essential oil can cause sensitization and irritation when in contact with sensitive skin, or really any skin in general, depending on what the essential oil is. They are suggesting to dilute, which is great. That's good advice. They don't recommend ingestion unless given by a qualified medical practitioner. Good advice. Keep out of reach of children is typical for any essential oil like this, because you don't know what they're going to do with it. Some children just start guzzling. Not very good. So definitely make sure your bottles are kept out of reach of children. Good advice. Approximately 10 drops of essential oil should be mixed with 30 ml of carrier oil. Well, if this is not phototoxic, so that would be fine. You don't have to worry about phototoxic reactions, so that would be great. Let me see what other essential oil I want to check out. Oh, that's wonderful. So, camphor oil. I'm really glad to see that they actually distinguish which camphor. This is the first website so far in the last couple days of reviews that's actually distinguished the type of camphor. Typically, they will just say camphor essential oil, and they won't distinguish between brown, yellow, and white. So this is, white is your preference if you are looking to use a camphor oil. White is your preference. Oh, look at that. That's awesome. They actually reference essential oil safety. Ah, that is great. That is wonderful. Hooray! I have high hopes for the safety information listed on these profiles now. That's wonderful. Excellent, excellent. I'm glad to see that. It does seem like a high price. I didn't actually catch the amount that they're selling for that price, but I will have to look carefully at the next one. So if they are referencing essential oil safety for their essential oils, this one should be flagged as not safe during pregnancy. I'm not seeing that, however. Okay, so there's no flag. The carrot seed essential oil is not safe during pregnancy, and I'm not seeing that mentioned. Okay, so let's take a peek at another one that should have some sort of safety indicator. Pretty much skipping over the essential oils that really don't have issues, and I'm zeroing in on clicking the ones that should have safety issues listed. Cassia is one with many safety issues. Looks like I'm only seeing safety precautions, not recommended to be used directly on the skin. So that is good to hear in general, but there's a lot of safety issues with this. Mary Kate, in fact, I just slept quite a few hours. So I slept probably at least 5 hours. So I did take a nap and I am ready to go. So yes, I do sleep. Thank you for asking. All right, so I would like to see for cassia, oh my gosh, there's so many safety issues. And if you guys are wondering, I get my information, essential oil safety files, essential oil profiles. I have published these books for you so that you can do just what I'm doing. I know a lot of you are like, Leah, do this for me. Leah, do this for me. And I love doing this. This is super fun. But you guys can also do this yourself too. It takes me a while to get to the company that you are asking me to review, you can pull out your resource, and we have the print books are currently out of stock as of January 17th. We will get some in March. If you're watching the replay in the future, we may have them in stock, but we do have ebook and online versions available 24/7 so that you can reference the safety information. So for cassia, let me just show you. There's a lot of safety issues. See all of that pink box? Those are all the reasons and the people that should be avoiding this. So first of all, it's not recommended under age 2 years old if applying topically. And this is because it has such a low topical max, 0.05%. That's a lot of carrier oil. It is anticoagulant. It is contraindicated if you are using diabetes medication, shouldn't be used on damaged or broken skin, do not use it pregnant or breastfeeding. And of course, do not use around your pets. I'm not seeing any of that indicated here. So if you are going here to purchase this, you aren't going to be aware of that issue. Now, they do say don't use directly on the skin, so they are suggesting that you simply inhale it. But there are still issues. Again, it is anticoagulant. That is something that can be affected by inhalation. Diabetes medication is generally something that you want to avoid if you are ingesting cassia essential oil, but it's still an issue if pregnant or breastfeeding. So I still would recommend avoiding it in those situations. So let's see what else we have. Let's click through. Oh, okay. More pages loaded. That is good. So they have several kinds of chamomile, more than most normally have. So let's take a look at cinnamon bark. Cinnamon bark has very similar safety profile as cassia. And let's just see if they mention any of those things that I mentioned to you a moment ago about cassia. Let's see. It is recommended that cinnamon bark be avoided in aromatherapy. That's interesting. Now, it can irritate the skin. Cinnamon bark has a very low topical max as well. It is a dermal irritant, so that is correct. Nothing specific to avoiding during pregnancy, though, which I would like to see here. Okay, so let's see what else they have. You know what? I can click on these. Let me skip ahead to J. Okay, so they have Jasmine Absolute. Great. Some other companies sell jasmine as an essential oil, but then they say that it's extracted. There was a little bit of confusion in one of the companies that I reviewed the other day, so it's good for me to see that they are acknowledging that jasmine is typically sold as an absolute. So that's wonderful. And that price point, that's about where it should be. It's very, very expensive. Okay, good to see. Let's skip ahead. What do I want to look for? I want to go to E because I want to check out their eucalyptus. They had previously referenced essential oil safety, which I also use for my topical max guidelines and ages. So we have eucalyptus BP. Okay, I'm not sure what they mean by that. Let's see if they clarify what they mean by that. Not sure what this symbol means either, so it would be nice if they let us know. I don't know if that's because they're saying that it's flammable. All essential oils can be flammable. They are volatile. That's why, they're aromatic. That's why we can smell them. So they are all flammable. This is simply eucalyptus oil that has been distilled to meet current BP specifications. So that must be something specific to Australia. I am not aware of that. Alrighty. So what I'm not seeing here is the flag that should be here for not using around children under the age of 10 due to the high 1,8-cineol. So perhaps this doesn't have high 1,8-cineol. It's saying here this has been distilled twice. Now that's unusual. Typically essential oils are distilled the one time. It typically is too expensive, and really when you distill it the one time you should be getting everything anyways. So that's unusual. All right, let's take a look at O. I want to see what they say about their oregano essential oil. Okay. Organum. Okay. Classified as a dangerous good. Interesting. It does have a lot of safety issues, that's for sure. It is definitely a great anti-germ essential oil. But with that comes a lot of safety issues. The diluted oil has been used externally. I'm not sure if they mean that this is diluted or they're just telling you if you dilute it. It's been used in herbal medicine. So I'm not seeing any specific recommendations on how to use this. I'm not seeing, add X drops to, carry a certain amount of carrier and use. I'm just seeing most of these profiles look like. It's just benefits or general information about the essential oil. And then some of them are listing what it blends well with. There's a fact here. Okay. So I'm not seeing a whole lot of safety for some of these. Let's check out rosemary. My hopes were so high with that one profile that referenced essential oil safety. So I'm like so excited. But it looks like they didn't do that for all of these. And maybe they're working on it. Maybe it's a work in progress. I can definitely relate to that. My whole website is a work in progress. Okay, we have rosemary Moroccan. Let's click on here. This is another one. If it's the one that's high in 1,8-cineol, that should be flagged for underage 10. I'm not seeing that. Okay. Ear, nose, and throat. Okay, let's see if they have any essential oil blends. Let's take a look at how they're doing with their formulations. Aromatherapy blends. Excellent. This is fun. I always like seeing what they're using for their names. Some people are very interesting on how they're naming things, and other people are more, or other companies are more direct on breathe easy and cold, which helps all of us as consumers to understand exactly what we are purchasing. So that's good. Let's take a look at the breathe easy one. Most breathe easy type blends contain, yes, so this has lavender, lemon, peppermint, and eucalyptus. Okay, that's not bad. It's unusual to see lavender in a blend like this, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. This can be very calming, and it can help balance out the stimulating peppermint and eucalyptus. So this would be a blend that would be recommended to use with children over the age of 10 due to the eucalyptus. That is the minimum age. I'm not seeing any safety information or recommendations on how to use. It just says it's good for breathing, temporary relief of coughs. So the lavender, I mean, that's really calming for most people, and that would be great for, yeah, any coughing or any spasms related to respiratory issues. A cold essential oil blend. What I'm not liking seeing here is a cup of tea, suggesting perhaps that you should be drinking it. That's kind of what I'm getting, and I don't recommend that. This blend has been treated to help ease the common symptoms of cold and flu, etc., etc. Cypress, sweet marjoram, eucalyptus, peppermint, lemon. Don't recommend ingesting this. And again, because of the eucalyptus, we're looking at ages 10 plus for even breathing it, diffusing it, as well as topical use. So this Embrace, I have to click on this. These are the types of titles for blends that make me go, huh? I mean, is this helping you actually embrace things like physically? This warming and gentle blend embraces a synergy that encourages joy, happiness, and fulfillment. Okay, so they're trying to stay away from your typical names used by other companies, such as joy, happiness. This collection of essential oils and absolutes are balancing to the spirit, inspiring to the mind, and harmonizing to the body. Lavender, mandarin, orange, geranium, frankincense, jasmine, and rose. That sounds amazing. That would definitely put me in a very happy, huggy mood. Okay, I gotcha. This should be called Huggles. Okay, Embrace. Gotcha. That sounds like a fantastic blend for diffusing. Excellent. Alrighty, so let's see. Motherhood. I've never seen a blend called Motherhood. Let's check this out. Gentle and soothing. I see. Lavender, mandarin, sandalwood, and ylang-ylang. That sounds amazing. Again, diffused or inhaled. This would be perfect. Ylang-ylang has such a low topical max, and I'm not sure if they are aware of that when they formulated it. So I would use caution using it topically, but that sounds like an amazing blend for inhalation. We have peace. We have rest and relaxation. I'm actually going to click on this rest blend because I have seen so many blends that have stimulating essential oils in a calming blend, and it always, see, peppermint, eucalyptus, sometimes marjoram, and cinnamon. So peppermint and eucalyptus are very stimulating. So that is probably not going to be helpful for most people. Lavender, orange, marjoram, it depends which marjoram this is, patchouli, those can be calming, but I'm seeing even fir is great for respiratory issues, can be more stimulating. Cinnamon, possible issues topically. We don't know if this is bark or leaf, so we don't know if this is safe for pregnancy or not. So they kind of got it 50-50 there with the rest. Let me see what other blends are here. Let's take a look at the Stress Ease blend. We should be seeing calming essential oils. So this one, yes, lavender, patchouli, clove. Not sure why that's thrown in there, but clary sage, lavender, patchouli, and vetiver, those are going to be great for relaxation and calm and easing stress. So that does look right. Perfect. Alrighty, so if you have any questions for me on anything that I said, if you want anything clarified, if you have questions about any of the blends that you are maybe purchasing from this brand that maybe I didn't click on and you have questions in that regard, please leave me a comment below and I will do my best to answer those. Again, you can find both of these resources so that you can look up the safety over at ueoslibrary.com. All right, guys, I will be doing another brand review in a moment, so I will talk to you in a bit.